I'm coming at you live. I am not very good at these TikTok lives. I seem to be skipping every other day, so my challenge is not going very well. I don't know what it is about TikTok, but I'm not a big fan of going live here, but that's okay. I'm doing it today. So I wanted to let all of you know that I have started a group coaching program, an 8-week group coaching program focused on grief recovery. And I'm going to be going through the grief recovery method. I'm going to be going through naturopathic techniques, and I'm going to be having people share their stories of grief and loss. So if you're suffering from grief and loss, if you have lost someone, if you have gone through life changes, like divorce, loss of a home, loss of an animal, loss of your identity, loss of a job, whatever it is that you are struggling with and having loss, I have started an 8-week group coaching program called Transformational Tears. And it is grow through what you go through. And I am going to be leading this group coaching program on the Kajabi app. You can join anywhere from the world, on your phone, on your laptop, on your device. And I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your stories of grief and loss. I want to hear your stories of trauma and sadness and difficulty. I want to know what you're going through. So if you are finding yourself in a place where you need some personal growth and you want to make a change, pop over to my Facebook. You can find me at Lacey Listens, or you can find me at Lacey Watson, Wellness with Watson. If you pop over to Wellness with Watson and you type in Transformational Tears, there's going to be an event that pops up. And that event is going to lead you to the checkout page, and you can join my group coaching program. It's only $47 a week, around that much. It's 8 weeks. That was the lowest I could go because I work for a clinic and we need to, make some money. But I tried to price it at the lowest amount that I could. And we do have Afterpay, which is a payment plan. So if you are struggling with grief, loss, sadness, even addiction, even anything that you are struggling with that's a trial and you want to triumph, join my group coaching program, Transformational Tears. Transformational Tears is focused on emotional intelligence, the grief recovery method, and naturopathic interventions to help you grow through what you go through. So if you're struggling, I want to hear your story. I have a show called Lacey Listens, and it's on YouTube. You can find me at Wellness with Watson. Please subscribe. And I would like to hear your story. I'm going to pop on here tomorrow, and I'm going to allow someone to join. I would ask that you be respectful. I would ask that you don't come at me with any weird shit. I am happily married. I have a family. I don't want anything weird. But if you have a real, true life story that you want to share, or some emotions that you want to move through, I am here for you, and I want to listen. And I want to listen to what you have to say. And Lacey Listens is a platform where I let someone come on, whether I know them or not, and they tell me their story, and they tell me about what they're going through. I actually have 2 segments. The Hero's Journey is where I talk back and forth, and it's an interview style. And then I have Lacey Listens, where you just talk for 10 minutes about how you're feeling, and then I listen. And then I don't say anything, and then I respond in a YouTube video with my thoughts and naturopathic interventions. So if you're struggling with grief, if you're struggling with addiction, if you're struggling with life changes, struggling with trials, I want to hear your story, and I want to see you in my group coaching program. Because I have, in the last 7 years, I've gone through multiple deaths. I think I've had like 10 really close people to me, even more, like friends and outer range people that have passed away when I first started. Of course, with my aunt, that was quite a while ago. That was over 10 years, but she died suddenly from uterine cancer. She hadn't been diagnosed, and within a week it spread from her uterus to her lungs, and it killed her. And it was horrible, and that's a really horrible story that you guys will hear about in the group if you join the group coaching program. And then, of course, in 2017, my little brother, he had beat stage 4 cancer, stage 4 rhabdomyosarcoma, and he was a few months from graduating, and he found out a girl wasn't being faithful to him or whatever, and it upset him, so he took 3 bottles of Unisom and took his own life. His identical twin brother found him, and these boys were born when I was 15, so they were essentially like my little guys. So it was really hard on me. And then the following year, I got married, and it was a good year, and I didn't have to deal with any death. And then the next year, I got into a Jeep accident, and I almost died. My Jeep rolled over, and I almost died. And then a month later, my uncle passed away from a sudden strep that had gone to his heart valve replacement in his heart, and it was just tragic. And that was my aunt who passed away's husband. And then that spring, my friends, they had a tragic accident with their baby, who was he was 18 months old. He was one of my friends too. He passed away, and that was horrible. And that's a really horrible story, and I don't even really want to go into it. And then my great-grandma died, and my dog, Chewy, died, and then I found my dog dead the day after my brother's 5th death anniversary. It was an hour before my dog's veterinary appointment that was supposed to save his life, and I found him dead, and that was really hard. And just recently, I lost my grandmother, and that was really hard. And in between that, I've lost my step-grandfather, I've lost my other uncles, I've lost many uncles, but those were my big ones, the people that were closest to me. And my brother's death anniversary is coming up, so it's Friday, and so I am starting this group coaching program, Transformative Tears, to help myself and to help others go through the grief, move through the grief waves together so that we can find some healing in each other's stories. And I have tools that I've been using the grief recovery method. Oh, thank you for the rose. That was so sweet. Thank you, Opus. Thank you. Very cool. I'm new to TikTok, so forgive me if I'm not saying hello. I'll get better at this. I don't even wear my makeup for this stuff, but I'm just here to help other people grow through what they go through. I want to help you. I want to help give you some tools. I've worked in naturopathic medicine since 2008. I've been a certified integrative health coach since 2012. I have many group coaching programs online that you can take all over the world from your phone. And so we haven't done the best job at marketing these things, and so here I am trying to do that. You can find more about us at Earth Naturopathic Wellness Center at www.drtara Winston, and that's DRTERRA Winston.com, and you can find more information about us and what we do. So I'm starting Transformative Tears, and it's an 8-week group coaching program, and I'm going through the grief recovery method and the emotional freedom technique and flower essences, all sorts of cool stuff to help get through the grief. So I hope you'll join me, and find me over on Facebook at Wellness with Watson, and you can follow the links there to learn more about us. Have a good night. I will be back again and I will be back to where you can request to join and share your story with me. I would love to hear your story if you have something to share. All right, ciao.